So y'all read the thumbnail, y'all read the title. This is going to be my 25 most wanted Death Battle matchups. I made a video similar to this, where it's my top 10 most wanted, but that video is kind of like really outdated. So here's my 25 most wanted Death Battles. So let's begin. At number 25, I have The Grinch versus Jack Skellington. This one I originally had in my top 10, but yeah, since like I've lost interest in this one, because I still like this matchup, but like since I've been here like longer, like I found like more matchups that like appeal to me, but this is still one that like I like want to see still, you know. So yeah, that's my number 25. At number 24, I have the Big 3 Battle Royale. So this one is Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo. I just like this matchup for the fact that like, because it's like the faces of anime, you know? Like majority, like a lot of the animes kind of are based off of the Big 3, you know? Like in my opinion, I think it's a better matchup than Naruto and Luffy. Yeah, so that's my number 24. Next, I have Manny from the Ice Age movies versus Grug from the Croods. This is where like I start to lose a few people. I'm gonna be honest, like some of my later ones are kind of like dumb. I have some like dumb ones because like I wouldn't say like I like the funny one. I do like funny matchups, to be honest. But like, there's a few dumb ones that like really get far, you know. But like I promise like a lot of them are not that serious, are pretty serious. But for this one, I like this matchup just cause, you know, I like Ice Age, I like the Croods. Like, they're similar enough where like, I feel like both of their analysis can like really go in depth about like, you know, how their families, you know. And like, I feel like the matchup is like, alright, you know, like prehistoric animal versus the caveman. It's not like the most unique one, but I do think it will be a pretty interesting one. Number 22, Grandpa Max versus 4 Pints. I forgot his name for a second. For this one, I like this one because it's like the older mentors. They like have a lot of technology, and I feel like that's really what makes me like this matchup so much, because of like how much technology they have, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I like this matchup so much. The technologies, the analysis can be really well. So yeah, that's why I really like this matchup, to be honest. Number 21, The Mask versus Beetlejuice. This is a matchup I like because of the fact like they're like so like, I wouldn't say Toon Force, they're like a lot more cartoony than most characters, but it still works as a death battle, you know. Like they're not like invincible like SpongeBob, where like they can't take damage. They still can't take damage. Really why I really like this matchup, because like it's not like you can go all out for this one, but like for what they have, like you really need to all out for what they have, which is why this is my number 21 most wanted. Moving on to the next one. Number 20, Metro Man versus Mighty Eagle. This is a match that like makes sense to me because, you know, I watched Megamind, I watched the Angry Birds movie. Maybe I watched Angry Birds a bit too much. I really just like that movie overall, and I think this is a fun matchup, to be honest. Like, I know like it's not kind of fair because, you know, Metro Man like basically Superman, like Mighty Eagle doesn't really have a lot, but like in my opinion, I think it can still work, you know, as an actual episode. I think the interaction between like both the characters really like make it stand up as a matchup. But that's my number 20. In 19th place, I have Bendy in the Ink Machine versus Cuphead. It's mostly because of like the abilities they have, and like in what different ways they can use it. Also because of the games are kind of in different styles. Like Benny's a horror game and like Cuphead is like you know, one of the horror cartoon like games. Like both of them like were still like inspired by like the old cartoon games, you know, like the old cartoon characters, you know. It's just a overall fun matchup, I would say. So that is my number 19. Now moving on to 18. Yeah. In number 18, I have Steve from Minecraft versus Emmett from the Lego Movie. This is because these characters can like build anything. They can literally build anything they want. And I think because of that, it leaves like a lot of creativity. In other words, you know, like what if like Steve starts building like a bunch of iron golems and then like I know like that's not how Minecraft works because I play Minecraft, but like still, you know, like it's fun to think about, like, you know, like even though like to break the logic of the game, you know, it's just like a fun matchup. I think I do think like this can really work as a matchup because like they can really do anything they want. In number 17, I have Phineas and Ferb from Phineas and Ferb, and then I have George and Harold from Captain Underpants. In my opinion, I like these matchups just for the fact that, like, they have a lot of stuff they can use. Like, if you look at how many inventions Phineas and Ferb have created, it's a lot. There's such a lot. And then George and Harold, they don't have as much, but like they still have like a good amount that they can use in a fight. And spoiler alerts, this isn't gonna be like the only duo matchup I have in my list. I do have another one, and if you see my first part, you probably know which one I'm talking about. But yeah, this one is a really good matchup, and I do actually want to see Death Battle do this one. And finally, at number 16, I have Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's versus Chuck E. Cheese. Now, I did say I have some dumb matchups. This is one of them. Okay, listen. In my opinion, like, I've gone Chuck E. Cheese a lot. I really like it. And, you know, Freddy Fazbear, you know, he was inspired by Chuck E. Cheese. You know, maybe Chuck E. Cheese, you know, maybe he got some feats. I don't even know. Yeah, he probably got something, you know, like maybe he broke a wall one time. But like, I don't know, I just like this because it's funny. Like, I don't know, I just like it because it's fun, you know. And I feel like, in my opinion, like, if it's fun, like, why not, you know? So yeah, that's my number 16. But like, I promise, this is like the last dumb one. Or like one of the last dumb ones. I'm pretty sure I have another one, but I'm not sure. But like, majority of them are like, the rest of them are probably serious. Yeah. At number 15, I have Homer Simpson versus Peter Griffin. Family Guy and Simpsons are like shows I watch, but like not that much. But like these characters have like a lot of like things they can use. Like they have a lot of joke technology they can use, you know. And I feel like they still make like for a pretty interesting matchup. Which is why this is my number 15. Number 14, Deathstroke versus Taskmaster. This is a matchup that like I really like because these characters are like very like basic and like what they can do. They're really good at fighting, you know, hand to hand with weapons. And I think it won't be like as big as like other matchups, but it's still a matchup that, like, you can still do a lot with, you know. Number 13, Hank Thunderman versus Mr. Incredible. I like this matchup because it's like both of these characters can like just like do one thing, which is like throw hands. But like I like it because it's more the analysis, you know, like their story. I know like Hank, you can't really do a lot with him for like story purpose, but like Mr. Incredible, like you can do a lot with Mr. Incredible, you know, like going over the first Incredible, second Incredible. Like you can do a lot with that for the analysis. So that's my number 13. Moving on to the next one. Number 12, Kid Danger versus Leo. For this one, I like this one because it's more of a story purpose. You know, like both of our characters are like, you know, started off, you know, being normal people, and then, you know, got powers, and then, you know, just did what they did. You know, I think like them interacting, in my opinion, is like the best part of this, because these two have like already interacted with like other superheroes from like other TV shows. So it's like they're like pretty much interacting. You know, like you already seen like how they interact with your characters. So I think the interaction does like carry this matchup for me. So that's my number 12. Now on to 11. For number 11, I have Joker from DC versus Green Goblin from Marvel. These are two characters that are like they're very evil characters. Very evil characters. Also, considering how they did the last Joker episode, I really enjoyed the last Joker episode. So I do like can't see them bring back the Joker just for like this matchup, in my opinion. And I do really like this match overall. And Green Goblin also has some things that like really make him stand out from like Joker's last opponent. So I do think this is a good match overall. Now we're going into the top 10. These are matchups I really want to see. Now my number top 10, I have Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Nightwing from DC or Teen Titans. One reason why I like this matchup so much is the character story and how they are as leaders. And you know how they fight, you know, like them having all like these different styles, how they fight, you know, how they train. I don't think it does make for a really interesting matchup, in my opinion. So this is my number 10. Now moving on to number 9. Number 9, Mysterio versus Scarecrow. This was in my original one, and like right now we're gonna go like back to some of the original ones. So you're gonna see a few of the original ones like in the next few ones, just to give you a little warning. But I still like this one, and in my opinion, I just lost interest in some of the other ones, which is why this one's higher. What I said about you can go back and watch the original one. What I said in that video still stands. I still like the matchup because of what they can do in the actual fight, you know, like all the illusions and stuff. So yeah, that's my number 9. Number 8, Joseph Joestar versus Spider-Man. This is the Spider-Man matchup I really want. And I'm assuming they're gonna, like, if they're gonna do it, I'm assuming they're gonna use young Joseph. They're gonna use young Joseph with part 3 Stan. Cause I know I said it, I know I said I haven't watched a lot of JoJo. I only watched part 1 through 3. I watched a little bit of 4, but I haven't finished it yet. And I haven't watched 5 or 6. And I'm probably gonna watch JoJo again because of part 7 coming out. But like, I like this matchup because, you know, like they both make like a lot of jokes. They both like aren't that serious, but they are serious when like time needs to get there. And linking their powers, their abilities. I just really like the matchup, and it's one that like I know a lot of people just like won't get, but like it's a matchup I do really enjoy. That was my number 8. Moving on to number 7. Number 7, Johnny Test versus Timmy Turner. Okay, so this one, I like this one because they have a lot of stuff they can use. Because I know like a lot of people have seen Johnny Test. I don't know, have you seen Johnny Test? I don't know, but I like Johnny Test because like you use like a lot of their abilities, a lot of the weapons. And Timmy Turner, like, come on, Timmy can has like wishes. He can just wish anything. Like, the fight potential is crazy for this one. It's a good matchup, I promise. Like, the fight is like can be really good. Also, like, I just like these two characters. So this is my number 7. Number 6, Finn and Jake versus Mordecai and Rigby. This is what I mean by I have some matches that I already had before. I still like this matchup a lot. And I know it like got moved up. It's probably because I have 2 matchups that are above it that I still really like. But I still really like this one. You know, there's a lot you can do with both of these characters. They have a lot of lore, you know, the shows are enjoyable. The the analysis would be good. It's just the overall fun fight, in my opinion. That like, it's the best matchup for these two characters, in my opinion. Like, I've tried to like find other matches with these two where like it isn't a duo, and like some of the other ones are like alright, but like this is the most fitting one, in my opinion. I think I have to tell you a bit of a story time before I go to my next matchup. Back when I made the original one, I wanted to have Invincible, aka Mark, in it, but I couldn't find a matchup for him. But I think I did now. Steven Universe versus Mark, or Invincible. This is like the matchup. When I saw this one, I was like, okay, maybe it's not the best one, but I think it's Mark's best one so far. In my opinion, I think it's a better matchup than Gohan. I think it's a better matchup than like Superboy, Nova. It's a better matchup in all of them, in my opinion, because of how many connection they have. Both of them are a parent that they thought were good people, but after their story continues, they realize that they don't want to grow up to be like their parent, and they want to do their own thing. And it's like, it's a compelling matchup, in my opinion, and it's like my favorite matchup between them. I know the fight isn't like that much, but like, considering how they used Steven Universe in the last one, like, I do think they can make a pretty good matchup for this one. Especially, and I'll argue that like Steven should go full monster one for this one. Like, I understand why they didn't do it for Star versus Steven, because it really wouldn't make a difference. But like here, I feel like seeing Invincible fight a giant monster is a cool idea. But that is my number 5. Lloyd from Ninjago versus Po from Kung Fu Panda. This matchup, in my opinion, is one of the best matches I have. I think it's better than Aang. Like, I understand like both these characters are being put up against Aang, but like, I'll be honest, after watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, but in my opinion, this is the one that I like the most, because both of them are the ones that were chosen, to have this, gift, like to be the most powerful, and you get to see them grow, we get to see them come to power, we get to see them, go in power. It's just, in my opinion, it's a really good match between the two. I feel like the character interaction with characters won a lot, and this one like is very debatable who would win. This is my number 4. Now let's move on to the top 3. If you look at my channel, if you look to my playlist, even if you look at the thumbnail, you can see the third most wanted matchup is Luz versus Aang. And this matchup, in my opinion, has only grown on me. I only want this matchup more. These are two characters I really enjoy, and I really like them. I think this matchup is really good. If you do a lot with the characters' abilities, with their power, you can do a lot with the analysis, talk about their story, how they grew as characters, talk about like the world they live in. It's a really good matchup, and it's like, I really just enjoy this matchup. The Mask versus Beetlejuice. Homer Simpson versus Peter Griffin. These two matchups have Toon Force involved with them, right? That means that's one. The next matchup I'm gonna have is a very Toon Force fight. And if you watch my previous video, you know which one it is. Mickey Mouse versus Bugs Bunny. This is a matchup I really enjoy. One of the reasons why I really enjoy this is because they have the rivalry between them. They've gone on, Disney versus Warner Brothers. Like, these two characters have done it all. Like, they have done so much, stuff. You can't even talk about how much stuff they done. They go through history after history after history. And it's really entertaining what they can do. And I know the fight will be really entertaining. They're gonna do a fight similar to this, which is White Coyote versus Tom, which is the next one, right? And I know that one's gonna be really good, and I can't wait for them to do Mickey Mouse versus Bugs Bunny. I know it'll be really good. wanted matchup left. My most wanted matchup, and you can see my first one that hasn't changed, is Anime versus Gwen Tennyson. This is still my most wanted matchup, just because of how much I like the characters, like what they can do, and like their ability. And I know this is gonna be like a really good fight overall, because of like their abilities. Like they can do like any, and like they always get held back. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like this fight, because it's like the build up of the fight, like start them off like how they usually fight, and have them go all out. It's like it would just be a really good fight overall. And I know like this one is like they can't do this one really good. But that's it. That's my number one most wanted death battle matchup. But that was it. My 25 most wanted death battle matchups. If you want to leave yours in the comment down below, leave it down there. But anyway, subscribe, like, do whatever you want. Maybe check out some of my other videos. But in the end, these are my most wanted death battle matchups as of 25-12. Like, it might change, you know.